Okay, this is going to be entertaining. A lot of people from newer generations won't even remember this. Let's face it, probably a few people from my own generation don't even remember this. The frustration of loading tapes. But anyway, hello my Tides and Vixens, I'm Aréannah Ballpass, and I apologize for the hiatus. It's been difficult to try and get my head around things lately. I'm pretty certain I'm done with the Elder Scrolls. Not the games themselves, I still love playing the games, but for the most part I'm just not getting joy out of recording and then spending half a day uploading them because my internet connection sucks. ADSL 2+ for life. Or it's gonna feel that way. Where I'm living, I'm probably another 3 years away from getting any form of fiber. Arkanoid, an arcade classic that basically appeared on every form of home computer from 1977 all the way to 1990. Of course, famously appearing on the Commodore 64 because the Commodore was famous for its sound quality with the SID chip. And it's easy to see why. I mean, this is a 3-voice chip, and yet it gives such rich sound quality. Of course, everything else is on par for 1980s technology. But this was Commodore at their height. Cuss! Of course, it's going to take a while for me to hit my peak. Of course, given that Commodore were originally, much like myself, a company or an entity created within the an entity that came to be within the Commonwealth of Canada. See, this is what happens when I try to talk and game at the same time. 1986. I mean, cuss. Damn it! Half the fun is just trying to predict where this crazy damn ball's gonna go. Up! Crap. And the best part? You tried doing this with a 50-inch TV, too. Ooh, that was good. Come on. Ooh. Handy that. Cuss. And as you've noticed, the game does try to help by throwing down power-ups like a time dilator, sticky paddles like that. You can even get longer paddles. Where's the goddamn volume wheel on this headset? Okay, now I'm not blowing my ears out. Let's give this another crack. At this point, I'm kinda hell-bent to try and get at least the first level out. Good start. And of course, being here in Australia, EB Games has recently just put on a pre-order for the C64 Mini. How could I say no? I mean, I've got a Nintendo Mini, a Super Nintendo Mini. Funnily enough, the Super Mario Kart video I did on the Super Nintendo actually was done on a Super Nintendo Classic. And given, I can't remember if I did say this, but the first two games consoles I ever actually owned were the Commodore 64 and an Atari 2600 Junior. As I turned out, it came to be known. Same problem with both machines. Power supply went, fried the entire console. Or computer, as they were known back in those days. I didn't actually get my first computer until, I want to say 1996. Our first, I think it was a 386. It came with Windows 3.1. It might have even just been Windows 3. Because I remember all the menu bars in that being a lighter blue than you normally associate with 311. I mean, 3.1 and 3.11, they had a handsome color scheme from the start, and the colors were just so vivid. I'm on my last ball already. This is what I get for talking. This is just a point where I kind of realize I'm no good at video games. So what I'm going to do, I actually do have the tape for Arkanoid 2 as well. Not physical tapes, they take up too much space. What I actually did, because a lot of Commodore tapes were still considered freeware, it's going to give me this, isn't it? Yep. Don't fear not, that's an easy fix. Just swap out to another source, come back, and hit the right button, obviously. There you go. Perfect color. Finally found a decent use for my old crappy iPhone 4. So we're going to load the Arkanoid 2 tape in 3, 2. Be reading the pulse now. funny going back to old technology like this, because I went from an iPhone 4 back to a Galaxy S2 to my S7. And going back to this pathetic little screen, it's just, how did I used to function like this? More psychedelic trip. I still have consoles that I haven't even... Well, I got more consoles coming at this point. The C64 Mini, as I mentioned earlier. I actually do finally have an original Nintendo on its way. And a couple other nice things that I'd like to have. I still kind of want to have more than just Sega Master Systems, though. I own 2. I need to get one sorted out for really poorly color quality. And the other is just a bog standard, unmodified good old girl. Looks like it might just be a rip of the same old. The Arkanoid I was just playing was Arkanoid 2. I think we're gonna find. Or not. Wait, what the actual cuss? Okay, gonna shift that over a little. One thing I'm not looking to touch though is an Atari Flashback. Because I've got a Vader 2600 and an original VCS which has been modded. I don't need another Atari. I need more games for my Atari, but that's another matter. Cuss. Last ball already. Okay, that was a really bad sound sync there. And for some reason, I get the feeling these are CGA graphics. Or my computer monitor is playing up. A good run. Oh. Okay, get ready. Oh. You're kidding. good run with one ball, and then it all just goes to pieces. Well, those are the Arkanoid tapes I do have. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the last, I don't even think this is going to be 10 minutes. But if you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed making it, why don't you put your paws all over that like button, you know. Feel free to leave a comment. I'm always looking for your honest, constructive feedback. And if you'd like to be kept up to date with my videos as they come out, and you haven't done so already, why not do me a huge favor and put a that subscribe button as well. But for now, I'm Aréannah. Thanks again for watching. I'll be back at some point with another video, but until then, keep your ears forward, your tails up, and happy hunting. Don't be hosers now.